Sean Lynch on deck. Joe Scamardella in the hole, and the crazy part is that right now we are 8 batters in, and we are just 2 batters shy of batting around the order of that one, and I'm sure that that's not what Adelphi nor head coach, Adelphi Panthers student athletes, nor head coach Dom Scala want to hear at this time. Here's the 1-1. Anthony Gonzalez took that pitch, counts 2-1 with 2 outs. Proco needs to get out of this in order to put a Band-Aid on the bleeding. Let's see if that Band-Aid can stick. Ball is low. Count is 3-1. 7-7-2, 2-5-1, 7-7-2 in favor of St. Thomas Aquinas. Here is the 3-1. Ball is just inside, right by the knees. The count is full once again at 3-2 with 2 outs. That will once again release the base runners. Donnelly at third, Versage at second, DeMarzo at first. That's the payoff. That one is swung on and hit way foul. And it looked as if that, just by the way that ball made contact with the bat, or the bat made contact with the ball, it looked good until it reverted left. Here's the payoff again. That one is choppered right in front of the third base dugout, or Gonzalez's own dugout. We restart. 2 runs here in the top of the 7th inning to make it 7-2. Steven Proco, the 6th pitcher of the afternoon for Adelphi. Here's the payoff again. High, and Proco walks in his 2nd run. Of the game. So Donnelly trots in. The lead for St. Thomas Aquinas is now 8-2. Versage at third, DeMarzo at second, Gonzalez at first, Sean Lynch, Dom Scala here for Proco. And Proco is done for the afternoon. That is going to bring in the southpaw Bobby Molinaro to try and get out of a grueling top of the 8th inning. We'll give you some statistics and some info on freshman southpaw Bobby Molinaro when we return on NE10now.tv. So head coach Dom Scala makes his 6th call to the bullpen, and this time he summons freshman left-handed pitcher Bobby Molinaro, who comes in with a 9 ERA, 1 strikeout in 2 innings pitched, and he's allowed 2 hits. His most recent outing, 10 pitches against Malloy in 1 full inning of work. And he comes in to face Sean Lynch, where he looks to get the Adelphi Panthers out of trouble, where they've had the bases loaded for the last 4 batters. Sean Lynch is here. Sean Lynch fouls that one back. Count is 1-1, 2 away. And as we did bring up earlier with Joe Scamardella on deck, that would mean that they are going to bat around the order. Lynch swung on and missed, and Jack Ryan checks the runner at first base, hits the runner. Brandon Warwick could not get that one. So everyone stays put, count being 1-2 with 2 out. Here's the 1-2 from Molinaro outside. That one is hit to left field. Gavella is there, and he ends this inning with an F7. Sean Lynch, that is. So in this inning, 3 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 3 runners are left aboard. Okay, well, you've got that down pat there, and now, right now, heading into the bottom of the 8th inning, the score is 8, St. Thomas Aquinas, and Adelphi University 2, right here on the NE10now.tv website. We'll be right back on the opposite side of this break. Head coach John Garvey makes a call to the bullpen. That is his 2nd call to the bullpen. And he summons right-handed pitcher T.J. Gregory, Chester, New York native, junior, major sports management. And he had 1 appearance this season, and that was in their most recent game in an 11-9 win at Felician, where he came in to close the game out. And he was actually given a save in an 11-9 game, of course, with 1 strikeout in 2/3 of an inning pitched. And that's going to bring up the 3-4-5 hitters for Adelphi: Tim Feliz, Brandon Warwick, and the shortstop Tyler Becker. So first pitch from Gregory is a called strike. He steps off the mound. Swung on and missed by Feliz. Feliz is 1 for 3 on the afternoon with a double, a fly out to James Versage, and a line out to Danny DiMarzo where he lined out into a double play, rather. That was in the opening bottom half of the first inning. Counts 0-2. That one is hit nicely into center field, but not far enough. As coming on for the catch is Anthony Maisano for the first out. So for those scoring at home, we'll give that one an F8 with 1 out. And Brandon Warwick, the first baseman, is up here. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, 2 swinging strikeouts, and a plate appearance with a walk, where he was able to make it around the base path to third base. The 0-1 swung on and missed there by Brandon Warwick. Count 0-2. That one is hit sky high. Is it enough for the left fielder Gavella? He cannot, or excuse me, the left fielder in Christopher Conti, he cannot grab that one in foul territory. And the at-bat continues for Warwick. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. That one looked like it got a piece of the at-bat and into the glove of Sean Lynch for a swinging strikeout. That is the 3rd strikeout of the afternoon for Brandon Warwick. And with 2 away, that now brings up the 6th hitter, the number 5 hitter in shortstop Tyler Becker. That one is grounded directly to Gregory. He takes that one, drops that one, and then the 1-3 is secure for the final out of the inning. So, bottom of the 8th inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We head to the top of the 9th inning. The 8-9-1 hitters, Scamardella, Matthew Johnson, and Anthony Maisano due up when we return on any10now.tv.
Over basic fall flavors, loaded steak and potato has arrived. It's the perfect flavor combo of sirloin steak, seasoned potatoes, sour cream, shredded cheese, bacon, and our famous queso. Order at Moe's.com or
Head coach Dom Scala makes his seventh call to the bullpen this afternoon. And this time he summons graduate student right-handed pitcher Troy Simpson, the 6'1" righty out of Ridge, New York, Longwood. And we actually just had to reread that again. Obviously, Stephen Murphy is also from there as well, Longwood alum. But his most recent outing on March 13th against Pace, 19 pitches, 1 inning pitched with a hit and a hit by pitch. And he also recorded a strikeout in that game as well. In 2 games out of the bullpen in the COVID-shortened 2020 season, he had 1 1/3 innings of work, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and in 2019 he did not pitch. And that's going to bring up now the new third baseman for St. Thomas Aquinas, Joe Scamardella, who in his last appearance he had a single to the shortstop Tyler Becker. That one is hit into center field, hit nicely. Back on the warning track goes the center fielder Cooper Johnson, and that one hits the wall. A stand-up double for Joe Scamardella to lead off the top of the 9th inning. That's going to bring up Matthew Johnson, the number 9 hitter and the second baseman. So not off to a good start here for the graduate student Troy Simpson. Runner on second. Matthew Johnson. Grounds that ball foul. Home plate umpire Mark Lima just giving his eye a little scratch there. Think he's okay. Counts 0-1. Runner on second base being Scamardella following the near home run. That one hit the wall. Jack Ryan with a fantastic block as well to avoid the wild pitch. And for those that are wondering also, around the base path here, the dirt, or the bases, if you will, and the mound are the only things here with dirt, with actual real dirt. The rest is all artificial turf. Just a little quick nugget there for those baseball lifers out there wondering what they see, with similar to if you used to watch many years ago in Toronto or in Minnesota in the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome, you would see that everything was turf, and with the little pieces of dirt were around the bases, or it would be turf if you will. Or like in Toronto now, the whole thing is, or the whole infield is dirt, because obviously they can with the roof. But something you don't normally see. It's usually all turf nowadays, or all dirt, so pretty unique layout here at William J. Bonomo Memorial Field. Learn something new every day. St. Thomas Aquinas with an 8-2 lead here. Runner on second base. Troy Simpson. Is behind in the count, full at 3-2. Matthew Johnson asking the official very respectively what the count is. That ball is hit, grounded to Becker. Becker with the throw, and the put out by Warwick is good for a 6-3 for the first out, as Scamardella advances to third base, and that's going to bring up the center fielder Anthony Maisano here in the top of the 9th. So we've got 1 out on the scorecard. Maisano. Off-speed pitch is a called strike. Count is 0-1. Maisano earlier in the, or actually last inning rather. He was hit by a pitch and had a stolen base from second to third, and he also had a run scored. He's also been all around the base path this afternoon, as in the third inning, he hit a single into left field, and at the time, Jason Romero was out there. He also had a leadoff to actually open the game for us, a fly ball to center field to Cooper Johnson. And in the fifth inning also, he led off the respective fifth inning with a fly ball to Cooper Johnson as well. And yet the score is 8-2 in favor of St. Thomas Aquinas, but the contributions from all around the St. Thomas Aquinas bench, that one is check swing there, but does get to Becker, and Becker is able to get the runner out, as that one fell just nearly right by the mound, as Simpson allowed his shortstop to go grab that one himself, the little sidearm flick, and that's yet another 6-3. So with 2 away, that's going to bring up the left fielder in Christopher Conti once again. Conti with 5 plate appearances, 2 walks to start the game off. In the 6th inning, he had a double into left. He also had a sacrifice fly into left field, so that is an RBI for him. And he also hit one back directly to Josh Rovner in the 5th inning, and that one was his Rovner, that is his second to last batter. Count being 1-1 for Troy Simpson. Ball's inside, count 2-1. Game number 2 will begin roughly about 20 to 25 minutes following the conclusion of this contest. And let's not forget, folks, that will be a 7-inning game. That ball is choppered right past Troy Simpson. And unfortunately, trying to glove that one without using his hand was second baseman Anthony Cipri. He was unable to get that, and that will be an infield hit. So Christopher Conti with a single to second base. And that is going to be a 9-2 game as Scamardella. And that one is hit sharply into center field. Cooper Johnson back near the warning track, and he almost lost his footing there, but he did get there just in time to secure the third out. So with another F8 there, we're going to head into the bottom of the 9th inning, but 1 run does score on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner is left on base. We're going to head to the bottom of the 9th inning with the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up. Ryan, Matos, and Gavilla due up. When we return, heading into the bottom of the 9th inning, you are watching exclusive coverage of Adelphi University baseball right here on any10now.tv. 9-2 is the score in favor of St. Thomas Aquinas.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Bottom of the ninth inning here from William J. Bonomo Memorial Field. St. Thomas Aquinas with a 9-2 lead. As we head into last licks for your Adelphi University Panthers, and head coach John Garvey makes a call to the bullpen as he brings in, or summons rather, from the bullpen, if you will, sophomore right-handed pitcher Mateo Reyes out of Tottenville High School in Staten Island. And what he's done thus far, he's pitched one game this season, 2/3 of an innings pitched, 2 earned runs. He allowed 3 total runs in 3 hits and also 2 strikeouts. So not a great showing as he currently sits with a 27 ERA. His major is sports management, but we'll see what can be done here as catcher Jack Ryan is now at the plate. Count is 0-1. First pitch. Second pitch is hit directly to the third baseman in Scamardella. Great scoop there by Brian Donnelly. Brian Donnelly, the graduate first baseman, with that scoop there to secure the putout at 5-3. That's going to bring up Jose Matos, who last time up, he ended the bottom of the 6th inning with a swinging strikeout. Adelphi down to their final 2 outs of this game. Matos inside. Matos got his first NCAA hit against Franklin Pierce last year on February 29th, obviously February 29th in the leap year last year. In 4 games played, a game started, 2 RBIs, 2 runs. Let's see if he can add something here at 3-0. Obviously, you take that one. Now free to swing at 3-1. Matos with 1 hit on the season, coming against Mercy last Sunday. That one is hit into center field, sky high. Heading back is Maisano, and he lost that one in the sun. He could not figure out where that was, and that is going to be a stand-up double for Jose Matos. There is still life for the Adelphi University Panthers. And we will see if Nick Gavilla can extend this game even more. And I believe there is 1 out. I believe there's 1 out. The scoreboard is off. Yep, and I believe that is the case. Yeah, they did make that change. It did say 2 outs on our scoreboard here. So do not worry, folks. For those that are watching at home, there is only 1 out, with St. Thomas Aquinas leading 9-2. Matos at second base. Gavilla at the dish. Runner is in scoring position. See what Nick Gavilla can do here. Here's the... Should be... And the count is 1-2. And home plate umpire Mark Lima looking back at us, wondering who's running the board. So with the count being 1-2. Matos at second with the lead. Nick Gavilla swung on and missed. And down on strikes he goes. Adelphi now down to their final out in game number 1 of 2 in this contest. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Cooper Johnson. Cooper Johnson is 2 for 3 on the afternoon, so we'll see if he can extend this game a little bit longer. Had a single to left field, a stolen base, a single back to the pitcher, and a swinging strikeout to end the 3rd inning. Matos on second. Cooper Johnson says nope to that one. Looked at it, sail by. Count 1-1. Extended his body on that ball. The count being 1-2. Adelphi is now down to their final strike. Matt Alifano is on deck. Anthony Cipri in the hole. 9-2 ball game, bottom of the 9th inning here from William J. Bonomo Memorial Field. Matos at second. Mateo Reyes on the mound. The 1-2 pitch. That one is choppered to the shortstop, DeMarzo. He looked like that he had to juggle that one. But regardless, coming away with that baseball and put out is Brian Donnelly to end game number 1. The final score from William J. Bonomo Memorial Field in game number 1, St. Thomas Aquinas 9, Adelphi University 2. The final score of this game, or the final stat line of this game, 9-9-2, followed by 2-6-1 in favor of St. Thomas Aquinas. We'll be back shortly right here on any10now.tv for more Adelphi University baseball, as we are going to see coming out of the bullpen is going to be senior right-handed pitcher Nicholas Luke. He will be on the mound for your Adelphi University Panthers. Ladies and gentlemen, one final time, 9-2 in favor of St. Thomas Aquinas. Do not go anywhere, because we've got game number 2 coming up shortly in the next 20 to 25 minutes. We'll see you on the opposite side of this short break. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to game number 2 of 2 here from William J. Bonomo Memorial Field, home of your Adelphi University Panthers, right here on any10now.tv. We get things ready to go here with St. Thomas Aquinas once again and your Adelphi University Panthers. On the mound right now for your Panthers is Nicholas Luke. We will get to all of the statistics shortly as Nicholas Luke deals with the first pitch to Anthony Maisano, the center fielder, for a ball to start game number 2. So the St. Thomas Aquinas starting lineup is as follows. Maisano at center field, Christopher Conti in left, Donnelly at first base, Sage in right field, the cleanup hitter DeMarzo at shortstop, Gonzalez the designated hitter, Sean Lynch is doing the catching duties, Scamardella the third baseman, who came in doing a fantastic job and getting a leadoff hit directly into right field at the warning track. Around second base goes Maisano. He dives in for third, and he is out. He is out. He is out on the throw. Third base umpire, who was the home plate umpire, Mark Lima, calls him out, and the entire dugout is beyond furious as we get this game underway. My goodness, what a way to start game number 2, as that ball went behind Tim Feliz, the right fielder, and hit the warning track, and then on the throw, on the cutoff from Tyler Becker. That one was a fantastic job there, and catching that ball on the run was left fielder Anthony Foti. So far, so good here for the Adelphi University Panthers to start game number 2. Let's continue with the starting lineups for St. Thomas Aquinas. We did say Sean Lynch was batting 7th, doing the catching duties. Joe Scarmadella is the third baseman, followed by number 9 hitter Matthew Johnson at second base. Defensive alignment we will get to you in just one moment, but with 2 outs, no one on the base paths due to the throwout by Tyler Becker, who has been a defensive asset this competition. The count being 1-0 right now for Nicholas Luke. Right now up to bat is Brian Donnelly. As he fouls that one off, we will let you hear some sounds and sights throughout this confrontation. So the defensive alignment for Adelphi, Conti, Maisano, Versage is the outfield from left to right. The infield, Scamardella, DeMarzo, and that one is hit into left field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Anthony Foti on that one directly at the warning track. He throws that one to Tyler Becker, and in there for a stand-up double is Brian Donnelly. So now James Versage is now due up here, the cleanup hitter in right field. Going back to what we were talking about earlier, the infield defensive alignment, Scamardella, DeMarzo, Johnson, Donnelly. On the mound will be Will Kindle in the bottom half of the first, and Sean Lynch is doing the catching duties behind the plate. Right now for Adelphi, Jack Ryan moves from catcher to first base, and Brandon Warwick moves from first to catcher. So we see a little bit of a flip-flop there between the catcher and the first baseman, respectively. Anthony Foti will be doing the left field duties, and ever since Tim O'Connor has been out due to a lower body injury, that left field spot, as per head coach Dom Scala, losing his left fielder and also his number 6 hitter has been a blow to the team, and really now what they're trying to do is find a new left fielder, essentially. So we'll see what happens now with the 1-0. That one is going to be grounded to Tyler Becker. He deals, he throws, and grabbing that one is Jack Ryan for the 6-3 putout. So after the top of the first here from William J. Bonomo Field, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner is left on base. We head to the bottom of the first with Alifano, Cipri, and Feliz due up when we return right here on any10now.tv.
Over basic fall flavors, loaded steak and potato has arrived. It's the perfect flavor combo of sirloin steak, seasoned potatoes, sour cream, shredded cheese, bacon, and our famous queso. Order at Moe's.com or
Back here from William J. Bonomo Memorial Field, home of your Adelphi University Panthers, I'm Joey Jarzinka. We cannot thank you enough for spending a lot of your Saturday afternoon with us. We do hope that you have been with us in game number 1. Unfortunately, for Adelphi's sake, they did fall 9-2 to St. Thomas Aquinas in a fun-filled game. That was some errors, some runs, some walks. Not 100% of great pitching on the home side of things, but we'll see if Nicholas Luke and head coach Dom Scala can lead things out here early on. But unfortunately, 2 hits right now for St. Thomas Aquinas, nice and early. Let's get to the starting lineups for Adelphi University, and leading off once again, the third baseman Matt Alifano, second baseman Anthony Cipri, the right fielder Tim Feliz. Cleaning up at first base, Jack Ryan. Shortstop Tyler Becker is in the 5-hole. Brandon Warwick doing the catching duties. Designated hitter Jose Matos. Center fielder Cooper Johnson in the 8-hole. And ending the lineup in left field, the number 9 hitter Anthony Foti. So right now, that is going to be a lot of the same lineup as we did previously speak of before. Alifano is now at the dish. Again, on third base, or playing third base, if you will. That first pitch is a ball. And Will Kindle, the freshman left-handed pitcher out of Boston Spa and Burnt Hills Boston Lake High School, upstate New York, 5'9", 155 pounds. The first-year freshman southpaw pitcher, majoring in business management, and this is his NCAA debut. Matt Alifano swings and misses for strike 2. Defensive alignment for St. Thomas Aquinas, defensive alignment for the Adelphi University Panthers. Foti, Johnson, Feliz, Becker, Cipri, Alifano, from left field to right field, Foti, Johnson, Feliz. The infield is Alifano, Becker, Cipri, Ryan. Luke is doing the pitching. Warwick is doing the catching duties. And for St. Thomas Aquinas, the defensive alignment, Conti, Maisano, Versage, Scamardella, DeMarzo, Johnson, Donnelly, Kindle doing the pitching, and Lynch is doing the catching duties. So following the strikeout swinging by Matt Alifano, that ball was in the dirt. He ran to first base to see if he could beat out the throw from Sean Lynch, but unfortunately he was unable to do that, so there is 1 out now on the scoreboard. There is 1 strike here for second baseman Anthony Cipri. And in the last game, Anthony Cipri was 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. We speak about NCAA debuts, speaking of Will Kindle, and in Cipri's NCAA debut against Franklin Pierce, he was 2 for 4 with a double. Back last year on February 27th, 2020, seems like a whole lifetime ago, and probably for him, probably seems like way, way long ago. Here's the 1-2. That one is floated right in front of Sean Lynch, but home plate umpire John LeBone says no. So something, again, that we brought up earlier about from head coach Dom Scala, solid baseball gives us a chance to win. Verbatim, directly from the 18th year head coach here at Adelphi University. The 2-2 from Kindle is high and above the head of Cypri. Counts full 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Down on strikes goes Anthony Cypri. Well, Will Kindle right now, two batters, 2 outs in his NCAA debut. And that's going to bring up the right fielder Tim Feliz, who in the last game he was 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run that he scored, and it was actually an RBI double. He flew out to Versage, and he also flew out to Anthony Maisano in the last game. First pitch from Kindle is a called strike. Count 0-1. In the dirt. Scooped up there by Sean Lynch. Count 1-1. Right now, Kindle is roughly about 15 pitches in. Count 2-1. St. Thomas Aquinas, Adelphi University, any10now.tv. Count being 3-1, 2 away. Swung on and missed for Feliz. Count runs full 3-2. The base path is empty. See what Kindle can do here. If he can get 3 strikeouts. And he cannot. That one is sent to right field. Back on the track is Versage. And that will do. With the F9 for Will Kindle. That is his first clean inning, his first full inning in the NCAA. And after 1 full inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base, we head to the top of the 2nd inning, featuring the 5, 6, 7 hitters DeMarzo, Gonzalez, and Lynch, due up for St. Thomas Aquinas when we return on any10now.tv. Back here from William J. Bonomo Memorial Field here on the campus of Adelphi University, I'm Joey Jarzinko. We can't thank you enough for joining us here for game number 2 of 2 of this afternoon. In the first game against Adelphi University, St. Thomas Aquinas came through as the victors 9-2. And that one was a fun one, and we're hoping here that Nicholas Luke and his Panthers can give us what will be, hopefully, a fun game number 2. Well, top of the 2nd inning here, And that's going to bring up Danny DiMarzo. DiMarzo in the last game, he had 5 total plate appearances. 3 of those he worked a walk. And he also had a single, and he had a swinging strikeout. So with the count being 2-0, let's give you a little bit about Nicholas Luke as well, because we did not do that earlier, and we apologize for all of the Adelphi fans out there. And parents, if you're listening, Mr. and Mrs. Luke, I apologize here. He comes in here with a 1.29 ERA, 11 strikeouts with a 1-0 win-loss record in 7 full innings pitched. In his last game against Pace, that was a win in a 5-2 victory on March 13th. That was in game number 2 of 2 of a doubleheader. And he had 2 hits, an earned run, 3 walks, and 9 strikeouts. He also did have 83 total pitches. He had a wild pitch. He did give up 2 doubles, and also against Felician on the March 11th in the 15-0 victory. He had 15 total pitches in 1 inning of work and 2 strikeouts. So, and something else too, as a senior, he hopes to eventually become an elementary school teacher. So that would be very cool for him. And as we do see Nicholas Luke, he does strike out Danny DiMarzo to open up the top of the 2nd inning. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Anthony Gonzalez. And in the same exact spot as the last game, Anthony Gonzalez made 5 plate appearances also. He did have a walk. He had a swinging strikeout, a sacrifice fly to center field to Cooper Johnson, a hit by pitch, and he also grounded out to second base to Anthony Cipri. And he also had a run scored as well. So he's been all over the place as well, the designated hitter. Count being 1-1 with 1 out. Sean Lynch on deck. Joe Scamardella in the hole. Count 2-1. Just outside, Brandon Warwick was waiting for that call. But John LeBone, home plate umpire, did not budge on that one. Nicholas Luke is behind in the count 3-1 with 1 out. Base path is empty. Here's the 3-1. Swung on and hit down the left field line, but foul. Past Matt Alifano. Counts full at 3-2. So in the last game, where we saw pitching being a problem for Adelphi, we don't know if it's going to continue. Nicholas Luke, he did start out with a double, but then Anthony Maisano on the turnaround and the cutoff. Actually, it was from the second baseman, Anthony Cipri, now that I think about it. On that cutoff, he came around and tempers flared in the St. Thomas Aquinas dugout. Sparks of enjoyment in the first base dugout, as Alifano would tag Maisano, but he did allow 2 hits. Though Gonzalez did work a walk. Sean Lynch on at the dish, counts 1-0 with 1 out. That one is hit to straightaway center field and in for a base hit. So now runners on the base paths with Sean Lynch obtaining a single. Gonzalez moves to second. Sean Lynch at first. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Joe Scamardella. And what he's done, folks, is absolutely phenomenal, because Jaden Jorgensen, the third baseman in last game, Jorgensen that is, he was 0 for 3 with a fly out to left field, who was Jason Romero, a looking strikeout, and an interference out at the plate. And Scamardella, when he came up in the 8th inning, he hit a single directly to Tyler Becker. which unfortunately was not handled right away or was not handled in time by Becker. And then he hit a double into straightaway right field. And I say straightaway because it literally hit the 330 sign. So Scamardella in the last game as a pinch hitter, 2 for 2. And right now he is ahead of the count. Runners at second and first. Gonzalez at second, Lynch at first. Luke, the delivery. That one is low. Counts 3-0. So everything is obviously very different this year in terms of preparation, in terms of quote-unquote spring training, preseason. Everything is different this year. And could that be because of everyone's out of rhythm? Right now, Adelphi, the top of the second inning, they have runners on first and second with one out. Scamardella at the dish, who was, as we did say, 2 for 2 as a pinch hitter in the last game. Here's the 3-1. That one is choppered foul in front of the STAC dugout. That's tough right now as he allowed 2 hits in the first inning with one out. It could break the game open right here or nice and early. Here's the 3-2. Back to the dugout. We reset. In the dirt, and Scamardella works a walk, and now the bases are loaded with one out, and that's going to bring up Matthew Johnson. So it looks as if that head coach Dom Scala is out nice and early to talk with his senior right-handed pitcher, trying to figure out and make sure everything is okay with him. Last year for Nicholas Luke, in 4 games played, he started 3 of those, 12 earned runs, 16 hits, 15 strikeouts. And those are a little high numbers, if you will. So with the first mound visit complete from head coach Dom Scala, that's going to bring up the second baseman, Matthew Johnson. Matthew Johnson went 0 for 5 in the last game. Ball inside, having to fade away backwards was Matthew Johnson. Just bent back a little bit. Gonzalez at third, Lynch at second, Scamardella at first. Here's the 1-0. Down and away. Warwick throws to Jack Ryan to check the runner. It looked as if that Scamardella was sleeping at first base and got back a little too late for first base coach Rich Seska Jr. and his liking. Ball is away from Luke. Counts 3-0. Here's the 3-0. Down and inside, and Johnson works a walk. nowhere to put Anthony Gonzalez, and he comes in on the walk. St. Thomas Aquinas takes a 1-0 lead with the bases still loaded. And Nicholas Luke right now stepping off the mound. Maybe trying to pray a little bit, make sure that he can get out of this, but let's not forget, with one out, that's going to bring up Anthony Maisano, and he hits one over the head of Tyler Becker for a base hit. Trotting in to score is Sean Lynch. Joe Scamardella comes in to score, and Matthew Johnson to third, and that is a stand-up double for Anthony Maisano, and now St. Thomas Aquinas leads Adelphi University 3-0. Just a couple inches over the head of Tyler Becker, and that could have been changing, completely game-changing. So with 2 RBIs from Anthony Maisano, that is his second double of the afternoon, of game number 2, and his third hit of the day, ranging from game 1 to 2. Luke right now having a little bit of trouble on his location. 3-4-0 right now for St. Thomas Aquinas. Zeros across the board for Adelphi. Here's the 2-0. Downstairs, counts 3-0. So right now, Luke is not having a great start to his afternoon, as he is struggling with ball placement. And he is right now, as that one is a wild pitch, and Dom Scala might have no choice but to figure something out, as the bases are once again loaded with only 1 out. That's going to bring up Brian Donnelly. And that one most likely will be scored a wild pitch. Actually, no, it won't even be a wild pitch because it was a walk. Plain and simple. So that's going to bring up Brian Donnelly. That one is outside in the dirt. Brandon Warwick is able to grab that, with the count being 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed. Brian Donnelly. Matthew Johnson at third. Maisano at second. Conti at first. The 1-1. Outside. Count being 2-1. In the dirt, count 3-1. And it looks as if that the bullpen is getting ready. We are seeing some action in the pen. Right now, this game could get out of hand with one swing. Remember, we have to remember, folks, is that that one is foul tipped, count being full 3-2 with only 1 out. We have to remember, folks, also that this is a 7-inning game number 2. Will not be a full 9. Full count for Donnelly. Here's the payoff. Outside, and Donnelly works a walk. We are awaiting Dom Scala at this point in the contest, and he is one step away it looks as if that we're going to see Dom thinking about taking a step, and he is not yet doing so. He's waiting and giving enough, trying to get as much time as possible for whoever it is in the pen to trot out, and it looks as if that Nicholas Luke's day is complete. Well, Matthew Johnson comes in to score. Donnelly works the walk. The runners advance, and it is 4-0 St. Thomas Aquinas. And folks, it's going to be senior right-handed pitcher Andrew Williams who will be coming into the contest in for Nicholas Luke. It is 4-0, top of the second inning. We will be right back on the opposite side of this break.
Are they doing like a Tyler Becker documentary?
Yeah, it's like The Office right now up in.
Mic'd up and everything?
Yeah. Did you even give him a sign, or is he just shaking? Got that Swiss cheese defense out there.
These rays, man, they're hitting my face. Feels nice.
You need a lot more than rays to get tan, buddy.
The UV index. It's nice right now.
You know you guys are supposed to cover him, right? Not just let him run around and catch the ball? Dylan, I feel like you could hit lefty if you wanted to.
Huh?
I feel like you'd be good at lefty, hitting lefty.
I probably would be. I just never tried it.
What, is the center going to run the route right now? Or is Tim O'Connor's running?
I'll take on shit. He's like Daniel Jones, bro.
Hey, I'm surprised you know who Daniel Jones is. Good for
Watched
you.
that game.
You did?
Yeah, give me right.
So an early call to the bullpen for head coach Dom Scala. He summons senior right-handed pitcher Andrew Williams from West Hempstead. He went to Kellenberg, and he also went to Nassau Community College. Played for head coach Larry Miner. We'll get to his statistics in just a short moment, but James Versage is up at bat here with one out. Base paths are loaded. That one is hit right off of the glove of Williams, and Alifano cannot come up with it. It is going to be a single, and coming in to score is Maisano, and the lead is now extended to 5. 5-0 in favor of St. Thomas Aquinas, and that one most likely will be a hit. Or is he giving that an error? Let's see. We are waiting for that, and he is giving that a hit. So we just wanted the official confirmation from Ian Schreier, who is upstairs right now. And back around the order is Danny DiMarzo. So now we've got to fix the score sheet here. And Danny DiMarzo, his last time up, or in the same exact inning, he struck out swinging to lead off the top of the second inning. So Maisano scores, Conti at third, Donnelly at second, Versage at first. That ball is sent into center field. Cooper Johnson coming on. He's going to let that one fall in for a base hit. Coming in to score is Christopher Conti. And right now, St. Thomas Aquinas is making sure that they make their presence known and continuing right where they left off from game number 1, as the score now is 6-0 St. Thomas Aquinas. Bases remain loaded as DeMarzo with a hit into center. Anthony Gonzalez at the dish. Last time around, he had a walk and a run scored. So one plate appearance. Donnelly at third, Versage at second, DeMarzo at first. Sean Lynch is on deck rather. That ball is fouled back. And right now, all six runs are Nicholas Luke's responsibility. Brian Donnelly's Brian Donnelly would start the responsibility of the aforementioned Andrew Williams. The count being 1-2 right now with one out. The 1-2. Inside. Count 2-2. So when we spoke with head coach Dom Scala, he spoke about how pitching and defense is key. Well, it looks as if that the defense has definitely been shored up for sure, but now the pitching definitely needs to continue to get some work done. As Anthony Gonzalez swings and misses for the second out of the inning. And with two away, that's going to bring up Sean Lynch, the catcher who singled into center field last time up, and he also had a run score as well. So 6 consecutive batters in Gonzalez, Lynch, Scarmardella, Johnson, Maisano, Conti, in that order, all scored. Bases are still loaded with 2 outs. Counts 0-1 on Lynch. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and fouled. The off-speed pitch. Home plate umpire John LeBone just trying to make sure that that baseball is good. Andrew Williams wondering why he took the baseball, but the 0-2 from Williams. Choppered into the glove of one of the players inside the dugout. Pretty good stuff there. It's almost like catching a baseball at a ball game. But instead you're in the dugout, so that's pretty good. In addition to watching the game, you always have to be alert for flying baseballs or bats, just like if you're in a stadium. Here's the 0-2. In the dirt, outside, Brandon Warwick. Sliding over to ensure that that ball does not go anywhere. Obviously, with the base paths being full, count 1-2. Fastball high. Counts 2-2 with 2 outs, or as Brian Donnelly did scream, deuces, baby. Here's the 2-2. Almost plunked Sean Lynch if he did not get out of the way. The count's full at 3-2, and with 2 outs, that will release all the base runners. As we did say, at third, Brian Donnelly, James Versage at second, Danny DeMarzo at first. The count's full. The payoff pitch. That one is blooped into right field. Coming on there is the right fielder. Did he get it? Yes, he did. That right fielder in Tim Feliz, he did grab that one. What a great job securing the catch there from Sean Lynch to take away what could have been even more damage for Adelphi. So let's get this squared away here. So it is 6 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 3 runners left on base. Okay, everyone, we've got that set to go here. Will Kindle. Feels like it's been forever for him. And don't forget, he's making his Major League debut as well. Major League debut. His NCAA debut. Well, let's see what they've got here on the opposite side of this break. 6-0 in favor of St. Thomas Aquinas. Let's see what Adelphi's got when we return on any10now.tv.
Centrally located in Long Island, New York, Hyatt Place Garden City offers convenient access to premier shopping at the Roosevelt Field Mall and entertainment destination, Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Enjoy modern services such as an on-site bar, indoor pool, and free Wi-Fi, as well as complimentary breakfast each morning. During these unprecedented times, Hyatt Place Garden City is providing less contact, more care. They're bringing flexibility and peace of mind to your stay with contactless solutions that can help put you in complete control of how you connect with them. Hyatt Place Garden City's digital amenities, provided through the World of Hyatt app, are just a tap away. Discover the best of Garden City at Hyatt Place.
So a tough top of the second inning for Adelphi University on the mound, as Nicholas Luke could not get out of the top of the second inning as walks plagued him, and ball location, ball placement, all of the above, he was not able to have that on his side. As we see the 4, 5, 6 hitters Ryan, Becker, and Warwick due up for Adelphi University and head coach Dom Scala. Jack Ryan in the last game, he was behind the plate. And Ryan in the last game, he was 1 for 4 with a double to right field. A ground out to both the third baseman and the shortstop, and he also had a pop fly to the second baseman, Matthew Johnson. In this game, he and Warwick switched positions. So Warwick from first is now doing the catching, and Jack Ryan went from doing the catching to residing at first base. That ball is hit into left field. That one is going to fall in for a base hit, and it's actually going to bounce over the wall for a ground rule double. That's a way to start off the bottom of the second inning when you're down by a few runs. Christopher Conti knew that was going to be a tough get, as that one 100% landed just outside of the warning track. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Tyler Becker. And what Tyler Becker did in the last game was absolutely phenomenal defensively. It may not look like it in the score sheet, but if you really watch this game over again from game number 1, you would see what Tyler Becker has done at his natural position at shortstop, as Will Kindle, that pitch got way away from him, and Tyler Becker, all he had to do was just duck down. Count being 1-0. But as we did bring up earlier about the defensive effort from Tyler Becker, in last game, he saved numerous plays that could have been worse than a 9-2 score. So Tyler Becker once again at the shortstop position, but this time at the dish, offensively. That one is hit to straightaway center field. And with Anthony Maisano blocking that one in the sunglasses, that one's a pretty good shot there from Becker. That one was again on the warning track, nearly about 380 feet, if you will. And that one's going to be tallied as an F8 with Jack Ryan advancing on the catch. He is now at third base, and that's going to bring up the catcher Brandon Warwick. So there is a runner in scoring position here. And for Brandon Warwick, he is looking for his third hit of his senior season. Counts 1-0. But Will Kendall obviously has some other ideas in his NCAA debut. Jack Ryan at third. Brandon Warwick at the plate. Inside, hovering over the plate, just sailed right by the numbers. Or the letters, if you will. Count being 2-1, and Warwick was trying to look at his dugout to see if they agreed with home plate umpire John LeBone. Count being 3-1. Just high. Warwick waiting for John LeBone's call, and he did get the right one that he was looking for. And now with that walk, there are runners on the corners with only one out, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Jose Matos, who came in as a pinch hitter in the last game for Michael Draskin. Draskin had 2 looking strikeouts earlier, or in his first 2 plate appearances. And then Jose Matos, he struck out swinging to end the 6th inning in game number 1. And then he had a double in the 8th inning of last game. That one is hit into right field, and that one's going to fall in for a base hit. Trotting in to score is Jack Ryan. And Adelphi University is on the board. That's an RBI single into right field for Jose Matos. And St. Thomas Aquinas still holds a 6-1 lead. So we're going to see a mound visit, so that is one for St. Thomas Aquinas with Will Kendall. So Matos with a fantastic hit into right field, and Jack Ryan coming in to score the first run for Adelphi University. And right now the momentum is beginning to shift slowly in favor of Adelphi. Cooper Johnson, as you hear maybe some booing, that is not booing. Cooper Johnson, obviously, if you can, try and figure it out, that would be Coop that they're saying. Coop. And they're saying Coop. So Cooper Johnson, the center fielder. Last game he was 2 for 3 with a single to left field, a stolen base, a single back to the pitcher in Yanni Ofranidis, and then a swinging strikeout last game to Alex Mack, who was last game's starter. We'll give you some stats and numbers from game number 1 shortly. But for now, it is 1-1 count, 6-1 in favor of St. Thomas Aquinas, but runners on first and second with 1 out for Adelphi. Here's the 1-1. That one is skied high and way back behind us and near Eddie Hall. Counts 1-2 with 1 out. Here is the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Cooper Johnson was chasing at that one, and that one would have been a ball if he let that one go. So now that's going to bring up the left fielder, Anthony Foti. And a little bit about Anthony Foti. He is a freshman. And this is his second plate appearance of his career. Young career, rather. And he was a defensive replacement for 3 games against Felician, at Mercy last Sunday, and on Tuesday against Malloy. 6'1" righty steps into the box. Count is 1-0, and Sean Lynch. There's something up with Sean Lynch was stretching, and it looks as if that Sean Lynch is cramping up. And it looks as if that Sean Lynch may need a single glass of water for a quick second. And he did stretch out his hamstring, his calf, all of the above, his quad, that whole leg. Oh, we'll see. He has been going very hard for the last near 5 hours. So we'll hope that he is okay, but here is the 1-0 pitch, and that one is off the glove of Sean Lynch. We will keep an eye on his health moving forward, but the count is 2-0 with 2 outs. And again, as we did say, runners on first and second, Warwick at second, Matos at first. Here's the 2-0 from Kindle. Fastball right down the middle. Count 2-1. On deck is Matt Alifano. Swung foul. Counts 2-2 with 2 outs. Alifano on deck. That one is choppered to DeMarzo. DeMarzo deals. He tries to get the force at second, and he does. Great job there. A 6-4 putout by DeMarzo. So following that bottom half of the second inning, Adelphi is on the board. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners are stranded on the base path. We head to the top of the 3rd inning with St. Thomas Aquinas in front, 6-1 right here on any10now.tv.
Centrally located in Long Island, New York, Hyatt Place Garden City offers convenient access to premier shopping at the Roosevelt Field Mall and entertainment destination, Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Enjoy modern services such as an on-site bar, indoor pool, and free Wi-Fi, as well as complimentary breakfast each morning. During these unprecedented times, Hyatt Place Garden City is providing less contact, more care. They're bringing flexibility and peace of mind to your stay with contactless solutions that can help put you in complete control of how you connect with them. Hyatt Place Garden City's digital amenities, provided through the World of Hyatt app, are just a tap away. Discover the best of Garden City at Hyatt Place.
back here from William J. Bonomo Memorial Field. St. Thomas Aquinas with a 6-1 lead early on here in the top of the third inning as the 8-9-1 hitters come aboard. Joe Scamardella leads things off, the third baseman, and obviously for those that are just joining us wondering how it is a high score early on, well, Nicholas Luke unfortunately had some issues with control, placement, and also was throwing more balls than he was strikes. And there were, in his time, 5 walks in that span. So, unfortunately, the senior right-handed pitcher in Andrew Williams had to come in relief, as head coach Dom Scala did take out his number 2 pitcher. That one is choppered right behind Andrew Williams for a base hit. So Scamardella leads things off with a first base single right up the middle. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Matthew Johnson, who, as we did say, we brought up just a few short seconds ago, about five walks in the second inning. Well, Johnson was a part of that party as well. And he did work a walk. He also had a run scored as well. Williams checks the runner at first, being Scamardella. Scamardella at first. Williams with the 1-1 was just inside. And Williams asking home plate umpire John LeBone if it was just inside or what the deal was. Wanted clarification. Chopper down the third base line by Johnson, but will roll foul. Williams once again checks Scamardella at first. Here's the 2-2. Hit directly into the bullpen. Count remains 2-2. 6-7-0, 1-2-0. 6-7-0 is for St. Thomas Aquinas, 1-2-0 for Adelphi. Ball's outside. Count runs full at 3-2. So Matthew Johnson works a walk. And head coach Dom Scala. And head coach Dom Scala is not happy at all, and he takes the ball from Andrew Williams, and it is going to be another call to the bullpen for Scala. And it's going to be sophomore right-handed pitcher Jacob Dannenberg, who will come in relief of Andrew Williams, and will get you all the information. As St. Thomas Aquinas right now, 2 runners on the base path, and right now holding a 6-1 lead here in the top of the 3rd inning. We'll be right back on the opposite side of this break, courtesy of any10now.tv.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
So head coach Dom Scala makes a call to the bullpen once more, and he summons sophomore right-handed pitcher Jacob Dannenberg. We'll give you some information on him shortly, but this is going to bring up the leadoff man, Anthony Maisano, as he bloops that one. Will that fall in? It will. And looks as if that they are going to get the force. So it looks as if that it's going to be a 1-4 force, just to make sure for those that are scoring at home. 1-4 force, Matthew Johnson there is out. Scamardella advances to 3rd. Maisano gets to first base on the fielder's choice. And that is going to be 1 out. That's correct, yes, 1 out. So we're waiting for the scoreboard to officially pop up with 1 out. And there we go. There we go. Yes, so we are good there, just as long as for those that are thinking that I'm making things up. No, that is 1 out. And it seems as if from here and with the officials as well, we are all in sync here. So now runners on the corners with Christopher Conti in the dish. That one's fouled back. Almost hit our camera. Now that would be something. We'd really have to give you a radio call at that point. Chopper directly to Jack Ryan. He goes for the force, and does he get it? He does not. Jack Ryan tries to throw home to get Joe Scamardella. He unfortunately could not get that, and he goes directly, instead of stepping on first base, he tries to obviously save the run, but instead, everyone remains safe, and it is 7-1 in favor of St. Thomas Aquinas. Well, I don't know what. We'll see what happens there, and I'd love to ask Dom Scala that myself and say, what would you do? I mean, normally you would do the force, which is just go right to first base and call it and done, and getting the out and surrendering the run. So Conti with a hit. Maisano to second. Conti to third. Scamardella scores 7-1. Brian Donnelly hit that one 0-2. Brian Donnelly, this is his third plate appearance in this game. In the top of the third, runner goes from second. Sky-high pop-up for Donnelly. And shortstop off of the glove. That is Tyler Becker. And we will see what the official score rules that. But that one was in and out of the glove. And a routine baseball play allows a run to move up, and no runs were scored. In that one. So Maisano moves to third, Conti at second, Donnelly, that's going to be an E6. And we are still with one out. Ball gets past Warwick, and a run comes in to score Maisano. That is going to be the team's 8th run. And it is 8-1 St. Thomas Aquinas. Counts 2-0. So Jacob Dannenberg, sophomore right-handed pitcher from Middle Island, New York, came in here with an ERA of 15. 3 innings pitched coming into the game. An opposing batting average of .467, allowing 7 hits. In his last appearance, he threw 42 pitches, 2 innings pitched, or 2 innings of work, 5 earned runs, 5 runs, 2 strikeouts, a double, and 2 home runs that he gave up. In the first game, or the season debut for the aforementioned Dannenberg, that one is hit into left field, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. We might see 2-run score, and we do. St. Thomas Aquinas now takes a 10-1 lead. So James Versage with a double into left field. And it is 10-1. So that's going to bring up Danny DiMarzo, who in his first 2 plate appearances, a swinging strikeout and a single into center field. Sky-high pop-up. We'll see if Tyler Becker can redeem himself. He cannot. He loses it in the sun. And he lets that one drop. So everyone is safe. Tyler Becker screaming out to Anthony Foti. And everyone is safe on the path. Runners on the corners. Still with one out. Anthony Gonzalez has 2 plate appearances. He is 0 for 1 with a swinging strikeout in the second inning and a run scored as well. So back to Jacob Dannenberg, as we did say, made the academic honor roll, majoring in physical education. And as he did receive the NE10 academic honor roll, it was a part of the academic distinction in fall of 2019 and 20, and also in last semester, spring of 20 as well. Swung on and missed Anthony Gonzalez. Counts 2-2. 2-1 rather, excuse me. Last year for Jacob Dannenberg, in only 2 games played, obviously the shortened season, 2 and a first inning or 2 and a third innings of work. He gave up an earned run and 4 hits, as Danny DiMarzo steals second base. So now that should eliminate the double play. Jacob Dannenberg also, he was a 3-year high school varsity player. He made high honor roll. And also when he was in high school too, he excelled in the classroom academically in science and history. And for those out there that really do not know, or really do know, usually it's science and math, history and gym, or anything along those lines, but Jacob Dannenberg did fantastic in both science and history, and he defied some odds there. So we're going to see another run coming in to score, as a sacrifice fly into right field is good to go. So sacrifice there for Anthony Gonzalez, and that's going to be the second out there. Coming in to score is James Versage, and it is an 11-1 ball game. Head coach Dom Scala, we can only imagine might have some words following this contest. And with 2 outs, that brings up Sean Lynch, and we might go around the order once again, because Joe Scamardella, who is on deck, he was the one to lead us off in this top of the third. So Dom Scala looking for his 428th win. Unfortunately, he could not get it in the last game. He could possibly get it in this game. And Sean Lynch with a swinging strike, counts 1-2. DiMarzo at third. Ball in the dirt. And the count runs 2-2. That one is hit into the gap in right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Coming in to score is Danny DiMarzo, and the lead extends 12-1. So it will be another bat around. And Joe Scamardella, who, as we did say, lead this one off. or lead this top of the third inning off. He's now back up to bat for the third plate appearance of the contest. And because the season for Adelphi University has been lackluster, to say the least, but also the biggest words that we used, we'll take a short break on that one, but that one is a routine fly ball into right field for Joe Scamardella, and that one is caught there by the right fielder, Tim Felice. So we will continue our COVID chronicles for Adelphi University following this break, but let's get you the score in just 1 second. All we know right now is that it's 12-1 in favor of St. Thomas Aquinas, but in that inning alone, on 6 hits, no error, or 1 error, and no runners left on base. So 6 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, and no one left on base. A tough top of the third for Adelphi University. Let's see if their bats could awaken. Heading into the bottom of the third, 12-1 in favor of St. Thomas Aquinas. You're watching exclusive coverage of the Adelphi University baseball team right here on any10now.tv. We'll be right back on the opposite side of this break. So heading into the bottom of the third inning here from William J. Bonomo Memorial Field, home of the Adelphi University Panthers. It is 12-1 in favor of St. Thomas Aquinas. And right now, the pitching and the error and the sun have been the biggest reasons why Adelphi is trailing by 11 runs. Alifano leads things off with a ground ball to DeMarzo. And Donnelly catches that one for the first out. 6-3 on your official scorecard. That's going to bring up Anthony Cipri. And it feels almost like a really long time since we've seen him up to bat. But he did strike out swinging in the first inning. Ground out there, or a ground ball to Brian Donnelly, as he nearly took that one, trying to bring that one directly to the bag. So then a great job there from the pitcher in William Kindle for a 3-1 ground out for the second out of the inning. So now that's going to bring up Tim Felice, the right fielder, and he flew out to right field, and James Versage in the first inning to close out the opening bottom half. Will Kindle right now in line for his first NCAA win. And not only his first NCAA win, but also this is his collegiate debut as well. So we have to put that into perspective as well. And for Will Kindle's family that might be watching and listening to us. Will right now has been wheeling and dealing right now. He's only allowed 2 hits, 3 strikeouts. And he does have an 11-run cushion. So the count being 3-1 on Tim Feliz. With 2 outs. That one is high. And Feliz had to duck away from that one, and he works a walk. Cleanup hitter first baseman Jack Ryan. With 2 outs. Jack Ryan takes first pitch as a called strike. So with the sun slowly setting here, it is getting a little chilly. The wind is blowing in a tiny bit. Or actually, rather, blowing out a tiny bit, rather. Count being 1-1. Kindle checks the runner at first base. First base umpire Frank Iannulli says no. And we resume play here at Bonomo Memorial Field. Here's the 1-1. Big swing there from Jack Ryan, but nothing doing there. For the senior. Counts 1-2. Feliz on first. Swung on and choppered down the third base line, but foul. And home plate umpire John LeBone is calling out to. And John LeBone, the home plate umpire, getting some slack for the throw that threw right into the dirt. And for those that know or remember from when 50 Cent threw the baseball at Citi Field, I believe it was Citi Field, right? Yeah, it was Citi Field, and he went flying. And we all know last year in baseball's return to play when Dr. Anthony Fauci, he threw that one directly into the dirt. And we can call that one, I guess, very similar to what we just saw a few seconds ago. And he redeemed himself on that throw. Count runs 2-2 on Jack Ryan. Called strike 3. Jack Ryan not happy with the call, and John LeBone calls him out. And that will do. A backwards K to end the inning, so no runs, no hits, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base being Tim Feliz. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the top of the 4th inning here from William J. Bonomo Field, and it's going to be the 9-1-2 hitters Matthew Johnson, Anthony Maisano, and Christopher Conti due up for STAC when we return on any10now.tv. St. Thomas Aquinas holding a 12-1 lead.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
So back here from William J. Bonomo Memorial Field, home of your Adelphi University Panthers, St. Thomas Aquinas right now with a 12-1 lead following their first game victory, where it was a 9-2 victory over St. Thomas Aquinas. Or excuse me, over Adelphi, rather. So right now the 9-1-2 hitters are back for St. Thomas Aquinas. Matthew Johnson will lead off the top of the 4th inning. And remember, folks, this is a 7-inning game here. And it looks as if that we did see, just in between half innings, that there has been a call to the bullpen once more for head coach Tom Scala. And he now brings in sophomore righty Tommy O'Sullivan from Palm City, Florida. ERA of 9 thus far. And this season he is 0 for 1. Or his win-loss record is 0-1 in 2 innings pitched. And he did get the loss on Sunday, throwing 46 pitches. He had a wild pitch, a hit by pitch. In 2 innings pitched, he gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 total runs, 4 walks. And he did, though, throw 2 strikeouts, which is nice. So right now, head coach Tom Scala is basically emptying the bullpen, trying to figure out who might be able to have a solid pitching performance right now. And Matthew Johnson taking advantage of the fact with a leadoff single into left field to open up the top of the 4th. That's going to bring up Anthony Maisano. And this is his 4th plate appearance in the last time out. He had a 1-4 fielder's choice. And he also led off the game, too, with a double into right field. Off of the starter, Nicholas Luke. Anthony Maisano swing and miss. And Maisano had to regain his form after that. He might have gotten whiplash as he swung that one. And that's what they're trying to make sure of, as that swing was strong. The count being 1-1 right now with Johnson at first. Pitch inside and upstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Changeup not really there. That one did fall into the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike. Tom Scala out of the dugout. Just retrieving that baseball. And home plate umpire John LeBone calls out Anthony Maisano, who thought it was a clean ball to head to first, but instead it's called strikeout. That's going to bring up the left fielder Christopher Conti with 1 out. Matthew Johnson is still at first. Conti is 1 for 2 with 3 total plate appearances. That does include 2 runs scored and a walk. And a line out to the left fielder, Anthony Foti. Off-speed pitch. Is outside, count 2-1. Christopher Conti thought that one was an easy ball. But home plate umpire John Lamone with a late call on that one. Counts 2-2. Tommy O'Sullivan runs the count full at 3-2. Awfully quiet here at William J. Bonomo Memorial Field. Not because it's cold. Called strike 3 right on the outside corner. Down on strikes goes Christopher Conti for the second consecutive strikeout for sophomore righty Tommy O'Sullivan. St. Thomas Aquinas now with 2 outs. That will bring up to the plate first baseman Brian Donnelly, making his 4th plate appearance in this game thus far. He led off his start of game number 2 with a double to left field. He also had a walk, and he also scored a run when he got on the base path with an E6. Breaking ball upstairs, trying to come down on it, but it stayed up. Counts 1-1. Donnelly fouls that one back, directly behind home plate. Counts 1-2. Donnelly at the dish. Johnson at first. Just fans directly in front of the batting helmet. That one is skied high down the left field line. Can Foti come up with it? Yes, he can. And Foti makes sure that he gets his team out of trouble. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning here from William J. Bonomo Memorial Field. It is still 12-1 in favor of St. Thomas Aquinas. We'll be right back on the opposite side of this break right here from Bonomo Memorial Field.
Over basic fall flavors, loaded steak and potato has arrived. It's the perfect flavor combo of sirloin steak, seasoned potatoes, sour cream, shredded cheese, bacon, and our famous queso. Order at Moe's.com or
back here from Bonomo Memorial Field. Joey Jarzinka on hand with you. My producer, Anthony Barbieri. Cannot thank him enough for all the work that he's done here this afternoon. Tyler Becker will lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth. Tyler Becker's second plate appearance. In his first one, he flew out to center field. The 2-1 from Kindle. Here's the 3-1. Well, Tyler Becker works a 5-pitch walk. So now it's going to bring up the catcher, Brandon Warwick, who had one plate appearance in the second inning where he walked. Made it to second before the inning ended. Just 3 batters later in the second inning. Count being 2-1. So we spoke with head coach Dom Scala over the phone, and what we did say also to all of you watching at home, the COVID Chronicles for Adelphi University, and we had asked him about the ramifications from last year when the Northeast Conference, or the Northeast 10 Conference was finding out that COVID-19 had ravaged this country and this world, obviously, and the March 12th inevitable date came to fruition. And something that he brought up too was it was very difficult for all of his players because it was something that, quote, was always in the back of our minds by watching the news. And what he tried to do was that he tried to remain vigilant. He tried to instill that they got to keep up with the protocols and, you stay away from the parties. And so far, they've done a fantastic job with that. Truly, they really have. And they missed the first game at Malloy, which was canceled due to a positive test within their program. But as Dom Scala said, he continues to instill to his guys, just keeping up with the protocols, and it can hit you, quote, at any time. And he said they really want to play, quote unquote. And last year when they were in Florida on a tournament, or in a tournament rather, Dom Scala's wife was with them. And he was saying how she is always bringing the wipes regardless. And on the plane back home, she was really helping out all of the players. She was helping out not only him, but the coaches and everything. And I had asked Dom Scala about the protocols with not only with him and his team, but also how he would deal with it personally when it hit the team. Because it's not only the team here, but also it is a personal matter. Could affect your family, could affect everything along those lines, and he really remained positive the whole way through, which really is amazing. So, with that being said, he had gotten a phone call from up here in Garden City that the season was shut down until April 15th. And something that he had brought up too, because when we had asked him about how everyone was doing when it comes to leadership, seniors, graduate students, and everyone also gets an extra year of eligibility as well. That's another thing too. From last year, the NCAA had I believe it was maybe 9 games last year that Adelphi had played, but also for St. Thomas Aquinas it was 14 games. So everyone played an off number of games, and it would not have been fair. Not even an opinion based, I think that's just factual. That you have to allow an extra year of eligibility for those that didn't really get to play. And he used the word have been instrumental, juniors and seniors and the grad students, as that ball for Jose Matos is lined out directly to left field. Tagging is the runner Tyler Becker. He comes in to score, and it is 12-2 in favor of St. Thomas Aquinas. So we're going to see a pinch hitter here. As Mato sent that one into, we'll get back to our COVID Chronicles story in just a few moments, but Jose Matos did line one directly into center field for the first out, and in for Cooper Johnson is Nick Gavilla. And going back to what we were talking about with COVID, is that we had asked about how they have been with the freshmen and the sophomores. Mainly the freshmen and the sophomores, because when the sophomores were freshmen, technically, they only got to play 9 normal life games. Fans in the stands, they can do it all. And then sophomore season hits, they're taking proper COVID measures and precautions. And these juniors and seniors, some of them, they've played a full season of normal college baseball. And for those guys who are coming in here, especially the incoming freshmen, who have no idea what the deal is, similar to the man standing on the mound right now in Will Kindle, it's very difficult to see how they're going to respond. And that is what he did bring up as well, is that the rhythm part is something that is going to be needing some work. And following their cancellation on March 9th at Malloy, he had an inter-squad game, and they all played together, and he said, quote, he was pleasantly surprised, because what he tried to do was try and get these guys back in rhythm and see how they can do it with not a normal preseason, not a normal anything. Those are the Adelphi stories from behind the scenes and from the head coach Dom Scala. So that's going to bring up the left fielder, Anthony Foti. Second plate appearance. Bottom of the fourth inning. 12-2 in favor of St. Thomas Aquinas. And the temperature has dropped from what was a gorgeous afternoon, which it still is. Not a cloud in the sky. Temperature has dropped, that is for sure. Sky-high pop-up for Anthony Foti. Coming on there is Matthew Johnson, and he is good to go with that catch. So Foti with the F4. And right now it is 12-2 in favor of St. Thomas Aquinas. We'll be right back on the opposite side of this break with the 4, 5, 6, Versage, DeMarzo, and Gonzalez due up when we return on the opposite side of this break on any10now.tv. We also have a pitching change to announce as well right on the opposite side of this break.
Centrally located in Long Island, New York, Hyatt Place Garden City offers convenient access to premier shopping at the Roosevelt Field Mall and entertainment destination, Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Enjoy modern services such as an on-site bar, indoor pool, and free Wi-Fi, as well as complimentary breakfast each morning. During these unprecedented times, Hyatt Place Garden City is providing less contact, more care. They're bringing flexibility and peace of mind to your stay with contactless solutions that can help put you in complete control of how you connect with them. Hyatt Place Garden City's digital amenities provided through the World of Hyatt app are just a tap away. Discover the best of Garden City at Hyatt Place.
So back here from William J. Bonomo Memorial Field, the top of the fifth inning is upon us here. James Versage, the right fielder, Danny DeMarzo, 4, 5, 6 hitters, Versage, DeMarzo, Gonzalez due up. And we are going to see a brand new pitcher as well. And that one is grounded to Alifano. And he grabs that one there for the 5-3. So nice and easy for that one there. And it looks as if that we are going to see Troy Simpson once again. We did see him in the last contest. And Troy Simpson in the last game, he concluded the game with an inning of work, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 run, and he faced a total of 5 batters in 17 total pitches. So in the last game, there were 8 pitchers used, and in this game thus far, we are 5 pitchers in. So we'll see what the deal is here, if Troy Simpson can figure something out here, as you see nice and early with a swinging strikeout from Danny DeMarzo. So far a great job from Troy Simpson. And that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Anthony Gonzalez. This is making his 4th plate appearance with a walk, swinging strikeout, a sacrifice fly into right field. So he does have an RBI as well, and a run scored. So for the most part, a decent day for him, or a decent second game for him. In the first game, he had 5 plate appearances with a walk, a swinging strikeout, a sacrifice fly into center field with another RBI. He was hit by a pitch for 1, and he also had a run scored. So all in all, a decent day. For the redshirt sophomore out of Carmel, New York. Gonzalez takes that ball upstairs. Counts 2-1. And Gonzalez was nicked in the upper back by Simpson. And he heads to first. And it looks as if that we are going to see a pinch hitter for St. Thomas Aquinas, Arthur Xanthos. Arthur Xanthos is a redshirt sophomore out of Darien, Connecticut. His previous college, post-university, majoring in business management, 5'11", 215 pounds. And he pinch hits for Sean Lynch. And Arthur Xanthos is going to be taking the spot of Sean Lynch. So we are in the top of the 5th inning here so far. That one is fouled back. Count runs full at 3-2 with 2 outs. It's Gonzalez at first. John LeBone gives the okay. And Xanthos works a walk. And that's going to bring up Joseph Scarmadella. Scamardella fouls that one back. Counts 0-1. Runners on first and second for St. Thomas Aquinas. 12, 11, and 0 for STAC Adelphi. 2, 2, and 1. Counts 1 and 2. Breaking ball. Falls just low. Counts 2 and 2. Here's the 2-2 from Simpson. Fouled back, hit the pole. It's behind us and looked like that one just fell. Just to the right of us. Here's the 2-2 from Simpson. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Joe Scamardella goes down on strikes. And he goes down looking. So after 4.5 innings of work here, the top of the 5th inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning here, and it's going to be the top of the order. Alifano, Cipri, and Feliz due up when we return on any10now.tv. St. Thomas Aquinas ahead 12-2.
Hey Panthers fans, I hope you're enjoying the game. Make sure to tune in to support Adelphi Baseball, always streaming live on NE10 Now.
So it looks as if that head coach for St. Thomas Aquinas, John Garvey, makes a call to his bullpen, and he summons right-handed pitcher, sophomore right-handed pitcher, Justin Bayens, who had an inning of work in the 9-2 victory at Felician in game number 2 on March 13th, where he had an inning of work. He had a strikeout. So right now, a fantastic NCAA debut for freshman Will Kindle. Here's the 0-1. And as we did say, Matt Alifano. Is the batter. He is 0 for 2 on game number 2. Swinging strikeout to open things up here in game number 2. And then in the 3rd inning, grounded out to Danny DeMarzo, the shortstop. Here's the 1-2. That one is swung on into right field. Back on the track goes James Versace, and that one is off the wall. Alifano has to put on the brakes as he trots nearly around second. But then he heads back for a stand-up double. A good way to start off the bottom of the 5th inning with your best hitter, with that ball flying and going back. That's going to bring up Anthony Cipri. Count is 1-1 on the aforementioned Cipri. 0 for 2 in this contest. Strikeout swinging in the 1st inning. And a ground ball to Brian Donnelly, who, and speaking of ground ball, directly to the pitcher in Justin Bayens for a 1-3 putout. So as we were going to say just a short second ago, that's for the first out, by the way, we were going to say that there was a 3-1 earlier where Cipri hit to Donnelly, and then Will Kindle had to jog over because Donnelly thought that he'd be able to make it, but Cipri couldn't get there, or Cipri was able to get there in time. Count being 0-1. Check swing. And with the count being 0-2 with 1 out, third base umpire Mark Lima confirming. So the count being 1-2. Counts 2-2 on Tim Feliz with only 1 out. Tim Feliz is 0 for 1 with 2 plate appearances, a walk, and a fly out to right field. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Tim Feliz down on strikes looking for the 2nd out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the cleanup hitter in first baseman Jack Ryan, who hit a ground rule double to lead off the 2nd inning into left field. But then to conclude the 3rd inning, had a strikeout looking. Jack Ryan doesn't wear any gloves when he's batting. something you don't normally see a lot of. Swung on and missed goes Ryan. Counts 1-1. Count being 1-2 following the foul ball. Jack Ryan. A tip into the glove of Arthur Xanthos. So swinging strikeout for out number 3. And that is going to do it in the bottom half of the 5th inning. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard, being Matt Alifano. We head to the top of the 6th inning, and it's going to be 9-1-2 hitters Johnson, Maisano, and Conti due up. And yet another pitching change for head coach Dom Scala when we return on Any10Now.tv. Well, head coach Dom Scala makes another call to the bullpen, and he now summons sophomore left-handed pitcher Michael Storms out of Smithtown East High School in Nesconset. So not too far from here. And Michael Storms, coming off of a 2 1/3 innings pitched contest, 2 hits, 15 pitches. And it looks as if that we may have a whole bunch of defensive replacements here. And I'm trying to see right now who that might be. So we're going to see a strikeout from Johnson to start this inning. So we'll get you the defensive replacements shortly, but looks as if that we have a whole bunch here. So it looks as if that behind the plate here is Henry Friedrich, sophomore catcher out of Rye. We'll get you the official word on that later on. And it looks as if that sophomore Vincent Romano, 6'4", first baseman out of Nashville, Tennessee, Lipscomb Academy, he is at first base. So right now, looks as if that Michael Storms with 2 consecutive swinging strikeouts. Maisano down on strikes now. And that brings in Christopher Condi. Or, no, it doesn't actually. It's going to bring in redshirt freshman outfielder Peter Schimmel. 6'2", 215-pound outfielder out of Bethpage. Made an appearance last weekend on Sunday at Felician in game number 2 where he went 0 for 1. Right now the count is 0 and 1 right now. Counts 0 and 2 with 2 strikes and 2 outs. In the dirt. So it looks as if that we are going to see numerous changes where Gregory DeJaro is up on deck. Here's the 1-2. Storm sails one up high. Just by the knees of Schimmel. Count runs full 3 and 2. Top of the 6th inning here at William J. Bonomo Memorial Field. Game number 2 of 2. As Schimmel strikes out swinging. A clean inning. A clean inning, as clean could be for Michael Storms. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on base. 3 consecutive strikeouts. We head to the bottom of the 6th. As of right now, we'll see if Dom Scala makes any changes, but on the score sheet, Becker, Warwick, Matos due up when we return on NE10 TV, or NE10 now.tv.
Over basic fall flavors, loaded steak and potato has arrived. It's the perfect flavor combo of sirloin steak, seasoned potatoes, sour cream, shredded cheese, bacon, and our famous queso. Order at Moe's.com or
So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning right now, and it looks as if that it's going to still be the 5, 6, 7 hitters, Becker, Warwick, and Matos. Due up, and it won't be Warwick actually, it will be Henry Friedrich taking his spot. Warwick's spot, that is. And there will be a new pitcher on the mound as well. We'll get to that shortly. Becker grounds to second base. Grounds out to second base for the 4-3 put out. So now it's going to bring up Henry Friedrich. Checks his swing. Did he go? Nope. Third base umpire Mark Lima says no. So as we did bring up just a short while ago, head coach John Garvey of St. Thomas Aquinas did make a call to the bullpen, and he did summon graduate right-handed pitcher Austin Martinez, previous college Marshall University, in his season debut this year at Felician rather, on March 14th. Game number 2 in their 11-9 victory. He came in 2 1/3 innings pitched. He allowed 5 runs, none of them were earned. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 hit. Counts 2-1 right now. For Friedrich. Counts 3-1. Friedrich is ahead of the count. And he will be working a walk. So Friedrich reaches base, and that's going to bring up number 27, designated hitter, Jose Matos. St. Thomas Aquinas has numerous categories in which they lead in this season thus far in the ECC. And in pitching, they have an overall 3.09 ERA. And as we say that, Jose Matos hits one into right field for a single, just in front of Peter Schimmel. And we do have a pinch hitter. It's going to be Irvin Perovic. Went to Maspeth High School, and he's from Middle Village. Not too far from here. Counts 0-1 right now. Runners on first and second base. It is Friedrich and Matos. So Ergen Perovic right now is ahead in the count 2-1. Right now it is St. Thomas Aquinas 12, Adelphi University 2. Austin Martinez on the mound. Ergen Perovic swung on and missed. Count is 2-2. Matos at first. And Friedrich at second. There is one, and that's all that Danny DiMarzo can get. So the 6-4 fielder's choice gets Matos out. And now that's going to bring up Anthony Foti, who is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Friedrich at third. And Perovic is at first. Count is 1-2. That one is smacked down the right field line, but foul. Count remains 1-2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That one is off of the fingertips of Xanthos. And advancing on the wild pitch is Perovic. And Friedrich, the 2-2. It's just outside. Count runs full, 3-2. With 2 outs, that's going to release the runners. With Foti in the dish, or at the dish, rather. Alifano. That one is check swinged and goes right to second base. And not a bad job there from Matthew Johnson, who gets the put out there. The 4-3 for Anthony Foti to conclude the bottom of the 6th inning. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We head to the top of the 7th inning. It is 12-2 in favor of St. Thomas Aquinas. We'll be right back on the opposite side of this break. You're watching exclusive coverage of Adelphi University baseball right here on any10now.tv.
Centrally located in Long Island, New York, Hyatt Place Garden City offers convenient access to premier shopping at the Roosevelt Field Mall and entertainment destination, Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Enjoy modern services such as an on-site bar, indoor pool, and free Wi-Fi, as well as complimentary breakfast each morning. During these unprecedented times, Hyatt Place Garden City is providing less contact, more care. They're bringing flexibility and peace of mind to your stay with contactless solutions that can help put you in complete control of how you connect with them. Hyatt Place Garden City's digital amenities, provided through the World of Hyatt app, are just a tap away. Discover the best of Garden City at Hyatt Place.
Well, head coach Dom Scala, I feel like this is almost a a broken record, but unfortunately for Adelphi University, head coach Dom Scala has to make another call to the bullpen, and this time he summons right-handed pitcher, sophomore from Massapequa, very short distance away, Chris Price-Stupa. And Chris Price-Stupa, he did not play last year, and this would be his first season. And if we think about it, right now, this is his NCAA debut. And it's very funny because he's making his debut here. That's not the funny part. He's coming in here and trying to do some work. And when we say trying to do some work, the funny part's not really that funny. The fact of the matter is that head coach Dom Scala needs to, not only with a 12-2 game, you're not going to empty out you are going to empty out your bullpen, especially with younger guys where you don't have to use up the arms that you would normally use in a close game. But you're also trying to see what you've got in certain situations like this one. And with that being said, his father, Joseph, was a member of the baseball team at the now defunct, the baseball team is defunct rather, at St. Francis College of Brooklyn, 1978 to 82. And that coach, for those that are listening, Bob Persis, and the reason why we bring that up for the New York Pro Scouts people out there that could be watching this broadcast, well, it all comes full circle. And it just shows that this world is quite small. That's the funny part, folks. So with sophomore infielder Gregory DeJaro up right now, Monsignor Farrell, Staten Island, New York native, fouls that one away. Count running full at 3-2. On the first day of spring, believe it or not, for those that are outside and on the East Coast or on the Northeast, if you will, it is getting a little cold out here, and we are outside right behind home plate. Price-Stupa, the 3-2, inches away from the face of DeJaro, and he works a walk. Now that's going to bring up junior outfielder Paul DeVito. Went to Tottenville High School. And he did make an appearance in the last couple of games, both in the second games of each series against Felician. Went 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And then he also was a defensive replacement where he did score a run. And last year as a sophomore, he had a strikeout, a stolen base, a hit in 2 at-bats, and obviously a shortened 14-game season. And he's majoring in sports management. Price Stupa with the off-speed pitch. Counts 1-2. So for St. Thomas Aquinas right now, 12-2, outscoring Adelphi University 21-4. If the score stood right now, that ball is hit right to second base, and that is Cipri to Romano for the putout from DeVito. So that's going to bring up Danny DiMarzo. DiMarzo with going 2 for 4 on the afternoon, 2 singles into center and 1 into left, and 2 swinging strikeouts. Price Stupa, the pitch high, count 1-1. One's across the board, 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on second base. Choppered right to shortstop. The throw, the scoop attempt by Romano is not in time. Inning extends. And that's going to bring up Franklin Padilla, redshirt freshman out of Brooklyn. Went to LaSalle Academy. He's majoring in sports management. 6'3", 225-pound infielder. He's a big boy. So he must have, we'd figure, a lot of power. And Friedrich couldn't figure out where that baseball was. The 0-2 from Price Stupa. Swung on and missed. Down on strikes goes Padilla. And I think he saw that he was not expecting that pitch. 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. That's going to bring up the catcher, Arthur Xanthos. Runners on first and second with 2 away. Price Stupa still on the mound. Xanthos in the box. Friedrich behind the plate. Count 1-1. That ball is sent into center field. And a great catch there in center field. So, With that being said, 12-2. Let's head to the bottom of the 7th inning. 12-2. Last licks coming up for Adelphi here at William J. Bonomo Memorial Field, home of the Panthers. St. Thomas Aquinas 12, Adelphi University 2. We'll be right back on the opposite side of this break. Do not go away. Bottom of the 7th inning here from William J. Bonomo Memorial Field, home of your Adelphi University Panthers. I'm Joey Jarzinka. Anthony Barbieri right next to me, the producer. We can't thank him and the rest of the entire crew enough for this day. We do obviously wish for a better result in game number 1. We'll see what Matt Alifano can do, see if he can start a rally. Right now, it is 1 ball, no strikes. So right now on the mound, junior right-handed pitcher James Riley, 6 foot 200 pounds from Carmel, New York, is behind in the count 3-1. Alifano swung on and directly into the St. Thomas Aquinas dugout off a hop. The payoff that one does nick the ankle of Alifano. That's going to bring up Anthony Cipri. Anthony Cipri in this contest 0 for 3. And it looks like that we do have a pinch runner for the Panthers. Sophomore shortstop Dylan Kim will be taking the base path. Scored 2 runs on the year thus far, so he is at first. Sipri at the plate. That one is batted the opposite direction. DeMarzo goes to second for 1 out, and he gets the force. 6-4 fielder's choice and gets Kim there, and Sipri is at first. It's going to bring up Tim Feliz. 3 plate appearances, a walk, looking strikeout. And a fly ball to end the first inning to right field. Next weekend, we will be back on the air with you here on any10now.tv, where Adelphi opens up Any10 conference play against Southern Connecticut State. I will actually be back with you on the call for all 4 of those games on Saturday and Sunday. First game starts at 12 noon. Followed by game number 2 at approximately 3 o'clock, or 20 minutes after the first game concludes. And the same thing goes for the game on March 28th against Southern Connecticut State. Games 1 and 2. It's going to be a 2-day, 4-game set against Any10 rival Southern Connecticut State. That all comes your way right here on any10now.tv. Home of the Adelphi Panthers. That ball is sent directly to second base. And just getting him out is St. Thomas Aquinas. And Vincent Romano steps into the box for the first time this afternoon with 2 outs. Adelphi is now down to their final out. Sipri is at third base. That one is hit into left field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Trotting around third and heading home is Sipri. And Adelphi cuts the lead to 9, 12 to 3. Rather, and Vincent Romano gets his second hit of the season. That's going to bring up the freshman shortstop Alex Rendy. On base percentage 500, and that one is hit the opposite direction and goes to second base. And St. Thomas Aquinas comes away with a pair of victories on this Saturday afternoon. The first game 9-2, the second game 12-3. Well, unfortunately, it was not the result that head coach Dom Scala was looking for, and obviously with head coach in John Garvey, who something we did not really reiterate earlier, that he is an Adelphi assistant, former Adelphi assistant. So He's got a lot of ties here to Garden City, and this is his first year on the job. Right now, John Garvey, 6-0 on the season as they head into ECC play, and they lead numerous categories in their respective conference. For head coach Dom Scala and for the Adelphi University Panthers, well, they do unfortunately fall to 2-5 on the year as they head into NE10 conference play. But we'll see what goes on here moving forward from William J. Bonomo Memorial Field. Like I did say just a few seconds ago, exactly 1 week from today, Adelphi opens up their conference season. Southern Connecticut State comes here to Garden City for a 4-game, 2-day set against the Panthers. Ladies and gentlemen, one final time, really appreciate everyone watching here on this fantastic Saturday afternoon. For myself, Joey Jarzinka, Anthony Barbieri, and for all of us here at Adelphi University, you've been watching this exclusive presentation of Adelphi University baseball right here on NE10now.tv. You can catch the full game, both games, in the archive right here on NE10now.tv. And once again, we will see you all next Saturday. Please log off safely.